Shots, welcome sight in late delay.
It's playoff time, so the stars are out. Although Khloe Kardashian always has good seats. Jason Bateman here at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Sandy Garcia frequently here watching his Lakers, as is Terry Hatcher. Of course, it's also baseball season. Major League Baseball continues on ESPN tonight and tomorrow. First, the Cardinals and the Mets. Sunday Night Baseball presented by Taco Bell tonight at 8 Eastern. Then Lou Pinilla's Cubs take on the Mets on Monday night, presented by Sears Lawn and Garden tomorrow at 7 Eastern. What a long day it was for the Mets and Cardinals last night in St. Louis. We were going from Cleveland to L.A. Carmelo Anthony poured in 42 points as the Nuggets got game one. A no-hitter from Jimenez, first in Rockies history. And then the Mets defeating the Cardinals in 20 innings. It was scoreless, what, for the first 18?
Yeah, and then who's the infielder for St. Louis?
The guy who won the game with the Grand Slam the day before, I believe, is the one that pitched.
Man, he could have had a heck of a 2 days in a row.
All I know is the Yankees won.
Oh, figures. So Bryant to the free throw line. Lakers now shooting 44% overall. As Oklahoma City's defense getting a little better after the hot start by LA. You know, we've talked about it a lot, but you see that bandage on that right index finger. He's gone all season. December 11th is when he broke it. His shooting numbers are all down a little bit. It's amazing how he was able to shoot with it. Westbrook's shot is good. Mark, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. But that's a guy that puts the time in, has changed his shot. The way he shoots the basketball because of the injury, but there's no coincidence. I love the fact he made no excuses. Struggling at times, doesn't have the same explosiveness because of the body being beat up. But here's a guy that made no excuses and just continues to grind it out.
He might need surgery on it after the season as our test misses. Westbrook hesitates, gets inside, count it, and foul. And there's Russell Westbrook. So strong and quick, gets to the basket and a chance for a three-point play.
I like the adjustment that he's made. It just cannot be the Kevin Durant show. They need him to score the basketball, pushing it in transition. A couple of times he's made plays for other guys. Now the mindset is, it's time for me to become a scorer. Outstanding athlete and can finish at the rim.
I like to make comparisons. Sam Presti, who you mentioned, the general manager, Jeff, was the assistant in San Antonio. And when they brought in Tony Parker, Parker at first made some mistakes when he was with the Spurs. Same thing with Westbrook, but Presti's going to be patient with him because he thinks this kid is going to be a terrific point guard for a long time.
Or he rebounds, he can get to the rim. The one thing that continues to, I think that most guys try to continue to get better at, as they force a 24-second violation, is his decision-making, which are happy with his improvement, and then he's going to continue to have to improve his jump shooting ability. He only shot 41.8 this year and 22% from three. That's just not going to get it done.
So his team now back within 10. Coming up at halftime, Stuart Scott, Michael Wilbon, and John Barry will have the T-Mobile halftime report. Take a close look at Lamar Odom. And we'll have LeBron James on Kobe Bryant. I heard Lisa Salters talk about LeBron James gave Kevin Durant a text this week. Now tell him, enjoy your playoffs. I don't know if he's enjoying it so far. But the Thunder coming back. Westbrook pulls up. And what was a 17-point lead has been cut to 8.
That's why I think the better comparison to me when you talk about Westbrook is Gary Payton. The size, the strength, the ability to defend, and then improve jump shooting. It's going to get better as he moves on along his career.
Gasol, Shannon Brown, nice entry pass. Pau Gasol has 9 points, 9 rebounds. And the Lakers had missed 9 shots in a row before hitting that. Westbrook left-handed. Pretty play from Westbrook. Westbrook has the last 8 points for the Thunder. Shot clock and game clock nearly identical. Bryant drives on Cephalosha. Back up top, Fisher. Won't go, and Bryant's foul will not count. And that will end the first half. Kobe Bryant, the Lakers, hot start. As Bryant had 14, Lakers went up by as many as 17 as Kevin Durant was harassed by Ron Artest quite a bit in the first half. But Oklahoma City, led by Russell Westbrook, a strong finish to the period. And it's suddenly an 8-point game. The story really for the Lakers was Andrew Bynum, and he's with Lisa.
Thank you, Mike. Drew, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 block shots in that first half. What were you expecting these first few minutes to be like for you back after missing 13 games?
Oh, man, my conditioning was a problem out there. I got super tired, but I'm just fighting through it, trying to get it back, and just playing as hard as I can. How
does the Achilles feel, and what has been the key so far to the success in that first half?
I'm trying to get the ball low in the paint where I can be effective, and then just trying to block every shot and get every board playing with energy and effort. That's what the coaching staff asked of me. That's what I'm doing.
Achilles feels okay?
Yep, so far my Achilles feels fine.
All right, thank you.
All right, thanks.
Mike?
All right, Lisa. The Lakers did miss 10 of their last 11 shots from the field. As we have the T-Mobile halftime report coming up. The guys back in the studio will talk about Lamar Odom and LeBron. We'll talk about Kobe Bryant. Game 2 of the 2010 NBA playoffs. The defending champs with Game 1 of their opening round best-of-7 playoff series. A hot start, but a very young, exciting team making a comeback. Halftime at the Staples Center. Lakers by 8.